Well, first, Illawarra is good. I mean, they're healthy and they're back and they got their guys and they're good. So that's the first thing, which is quite obvious. And yeah, we didn't play very well in some areas, and we have a lot of work to do to get to this next game, whenever it's going to be scheduled. But I really wanted to win that game for Christine Finnegan and try to get this game across the line for her and her family. It was in town. It didn't work out, but we got to celebrate her at the end of the game, which was great.
Just on Christine really quickly, it was quite beautiful to see you, quite emotional out there. What does she mean to the club?
Yeah, I mean, she's just been fantastic CEO, but she's been a great friend. She's always on the forefront of just trying to help everyone that she can possibly help. She never says no to anything, and she's just constantly there for you. And so over the last 2 or 3 years, when she actually completely slid into the role of the CEO, my biggest thing was just to support her during her career and her growth. And, she's on her way, and the journey will be fun to watch. But to defend the island with her for the last 3 years, especially in the mode that she was in now. And, she went through some stuff in the summer with some health issues. And so her growth over the last 2.5 years or so has been fantastic. And it's not too often you have a woman CEO in this business. And she's a groundbreaker for a lot of women to aspire to. So kudos to her, obviously. We're going to miss her, but she's only a 50-minute flight away, so she can't get too far.
A couple games this season have really had one player sort of stand out, whether it's Major Dang, whether it's Nick Marshall. Was that missing tonight? I think Josh Bannon and...
Yeah, I mean, we didn't do anything very well. I mean, we didn't do anything very well. We didn't shoot the ball very well. We didn't play defense very well. And I guess the only benefit really for me out of that was that, those young kids got to play about 13 minutes or 14 minutes or so, and try to get them in some kind of rhythm, because we'll obviously need them with only 6 roster players that are available to actually play. So, and now Stotty's gone down with an ankle, and we'll see how that goes. So we might be down to 9, and it is what it is. We have 5 players that are sitting out that are pretty good, and we won't see them again this year, but I anticipate our guys will be much better in a few days off and some rest and get ready to go again.
Foul count was better in that second half, though. Is that a positive you take away?
I mean, not necessarily. I mean, the game was just out of hand there at about midway through the third, and midway through the second, pardon me, and it was just never something that we could reel back in. And they balance the fouls out, and I'm sure the referees will think they're fantastic because they look at the foul sheet and say, oh, it's pretty good. But it is what it is, and they just played very, very well. They played very well the other night against United too.
How do you use the next little break now that you have it before Melbourne?
Well, we have to figure out who's healthy, and then we just have to figure out what's the best mode for us to be training on the floor or doing conditioning and at the beach or the oval or running, and trying to just maintain some conditioning over these 10 days. And then obviously get on the court and not beat us up so bad that we end up getting another injury of some sort. So it's a very delicate balance of what we'll try to do, and we'll try to stay as sharp as we can. But I think we're just going to take it day by day, really. We're going to get these 2 days off, and then we have our banquet on Saturday night, and we'll have some celebration there, and we'll actually get back to work on Monday. We'll practice Saturday and Sunday. But we'll get back to work in the office and try to figure out what's next.
I mean, making finals 4 times in the last 5 years is pretty impressive. I mean, what keeps getting you guys back there?
Well, I think this year we were at a critical state, I think, for the first time really ever. Last year we're 3-8, and people, are counting us out, and then we're doing 8 in a row, and next thing you know, we're in 3rd place, and then we're doing the right things and playing very well. And within a week of that time frame, with 8 games to go, Sean McDonald breaks his foot, then Magne breaks his foot, and then we can't win another game, except maybe 1 or 2, and we lose on the points to Adelaide. And then this year, the injuries, obviously, with Majuk Dang early on, and then DJ set us back, and Sean McDonald. And once we got our footing back and guys started to come back into the lineup, we won 7 of our next 11, and we were actually going in the right direction and felt very good about ourselves. And then with 8 games again to go, it's deja vu, and now Ben Air goes down, McJook goes down, obviously Magne and Bryce. And so for us, I think it was just a step back and a holy crap moment of really just, we're going to do this again. And I really appreciate our guys' fight, because we were at a critical state, I think, just of relying on our values, relying on our standards and what that meant and what it meant to come here and play for this organization in this island. And the guys stood up in a really tough storm. And so I was really quite proud of that. And it's been 2 years of just struggle with these injuries, but they found a way to get enough wins across the line, and that's all that really matters at the end of the day.
I'll throw it to someone else. Over to you, Chris.
Yeah, Scott, would you like me to start with what your meal was before you came in here, or to follow up on that foul chat you touched on?
Whatever you're comfortable with.
All right, what was on the menu?
Spaghetti. Not too bad.
Very good. You don't get too many tech fouls. Obviously, the frustration spilled over a little bit in that first half.
Yeah, well, actually, the referee that I said, can you just please do better, was the one that didn't tech me. So it is what it is. And, you know, I've had 2 or 3 this year and probably a handful in the course of 5 years. And I just want the easy ones to be made like any other coach would. And, yeah, it is what it is.
Is this the sort of game where you just shake off? Because, I mean, obviously you're wanting to win and you're playing at home. There's a lot of reasons to win every time you play. But given you've now got 2 weeks until you play again, you start a new season, now it's the final start, do you just shake this one off and just sort of move on from it?
Well, I think we can take some things from this that we should not be doing, and those are creating bad habits, and we definitely want to break some of those bad habits over the next 2 weeks as we move into that game. So I think there are some things that we can take away from this game that we don't want to ever duplicate again. But 2 weeks is quite a long time to regroup and move on, and we will just move on and hopefully learn some harsh lessons from, you know, not this game, but the one before too. So we'll try to correct as much as we can.
How do you feel about the break? Is it? I mean, it's good in a way to freshen up everyone's body. I mean, you don't necessarily get anyone back, but you do get a chance for everyone to freshen up. But in general, how do you feel about having such a big break before finals start?
I mean, I don't like it, and I don't play, and I think the players would enjoy playing. But with the FIBA break in there and the way the schedule was this year, which is, you know, something I hope that they strongly review because the injuries have been ginormous for all the teams, and there is a correlation of what transpired this year. And every coach I've talked to said the same thing, that the scheduling and the amount of stress put on these players this year is a big culprit. So I hope they end up doing a review on all that. But 2 weeks is quite a long time. Some teams will benefit a little bit more than others. We won't necessarily because we can't get anyone back in that time frame. But the timing and the rhythm and that long of a stoppage, I think it's difficult for any player to just train without really having anything down the road for you. And if I was a player, I'd want a few days off and then back to playing.
Yeah, absolutely. I won't be silly enough to ask who you prefer to play, but it's either going to be Melbourne or Perth. You've got a great history with either one of those 2 teams. So it's going to be a battle that you'll certainly be ready for as a club and a team, won't you? You know, whoever it is.
Yeah, I mean, we'll obviously figure all that out in the coming days, and we'll stand up and we'll bring our guys. You know, I think the big thing with us will be there will be no failure factor in what we do. It's a free swing, and no one's anticipating us doing much. I'm sure people are a little nervous about playing us, but ultimately we only have 6 guys and the 4 developmental players and the young kids, but it's a free swing, and we have nothing to lose and everything to gain, and we'll swing as hard as we can, and there'll be no fear of failure. They had a chance to fail over this past month, and they stuck their head up and made this place proud of the work ethic they did, and these games are just a free hit for us to disrupt someone else's season.
No, absolutely, and as you keep saying, if anyone beats you, they'll have to earn it. There's no doubt about that. Last one from me. Are you the sort of coach that wants to see your players get recognised on season awards night, like we'll have on Monday? I mean, you got Josh, who's a chance to get recognised. You got Nick Marshall, who's nominated for a couple of awards. Are you the sort of coach that hopes and wants to see your players get recognised? Yeah,
I mean, I want them to obviously get the kudos that they deserve, but I'm not going to be tooting their horn. The work is the work, and hopefully the people that are voting on it understand the process of what that means and how they vote. I don't need to be here campaigning for someone. they'll shine without me needing to boost them up. And our two guys have been fantastic. They know it. The league knows it. Whether they get enough votes will be, but I won't be a coach that's going to proclaim anything other than I'm just proud of our guys and that they're actually getting a chance to be recognized.
I forgot Duke as well. I mean, it's tough
Yeah.
to imagine too many better six men in the league.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So, we got guys that have done a lot of good things this year, and those awards are obviously very nice. And to get into the finals, great. But, yeah, I'm not going to be tooting anyone's horn.
Very good. Thanks, Scott.
You got it.
Over to you, John.
Hey Scott, I'll just be real quick. You talked about the real delicate balancing act between, I guess, training hard and trying to avoid any injuries. Just how tough is that as a coach to get right, and is that one of the bigger challenges you've had in your career, do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I've never really gone down this road of that length of a break with such a depleted team. So it will be a balancing act that we're going to kind of figure out on the fly, and our strength and conditioning coach and all that will obviously have a hand in how we go about doing some of this stuff. But it'll be a work in progress, and I really don't know what that's going to look like other than we'll just try to take it day to day and see where our players are and what we can push and how we can push and be safe, but, get some work done.
And speaking of a similar challenge tonight, I mean, at least subconsciously, I guess the players can understand the players going to this game, even subconsciously, just a little bit off mentally. So was that tough to sort of get them up for tonight?
I'm disappointed, obviously, in the result and in some of the effort that we had in certain areas. And again, Illawarra's, they're good. They're when they're healthy, they're good. So that combination of us being a little bit down with a few players, which is okay, but give them credit, they're good.
And just lastly, if you do play Melbourne, as looks likely, you've got a pretty good record up there, and it's obviously a really good rivalry stemming from the Championship Series a couple of years ago. Is that sort of a challenge that the guys are going to relish, trying to ambush their party a little bit?
I mean, I think just whoever we ended up playing, again, like I just said, it's a free swing for us. There's no fear factor of failure. We're going to go in there and give them everything we have and do everything we possibly can to make them miserable, whoever it ends up being. And there's just no fear of failure. We're just going to go in there and play as loose as we can and enjoy ourselves and know that the odds are against us, but that's part of the fun.